Before you hear her voice, before you notice her outfit, you sense something. It's not obvious, it's not loud, but it's there. A trace in the air, a presence you can't quite place. And then it hits you. It's her scent. Refined, clean, quietly unforgettable. Some women wear perfume, others become it. This video is about them, the ones who don't follow trends, but set the tone. The ones who understand that real elegance doesn't begin with clothes or jewelry. It begins with how you exist in space. And nothing defines that more subtly, more powerfully, than scent. 1. The scent of old money. What does it really smell like? Old money doesn't smell like a duty-free bottle picked up at the airport or the latest celebrity launch. It smells like something deeper, something passed down like silver cutlery or a monogrammed diary. It's the scent of restraint, of history, of someone who has nothing to prove and therefore never tries too hard. You won't find fruity explosions or sugary vanilla here. Instead, you'll find calm, grounded notes that whisper instead of shout. Think vetiver with its earthy clarity, sandalwood, warm and subtle, iris, powdery and reserved, oak moss, green and elegant, neroli, citrusy and clean. These ingredients don't just smell nice, they carry weight. The overall impression is dry, sophisticated and clean. It smells tailored, balanced. It smells like fresh linens, aged books, and open windows in stone villas. It's expensive, but not in a flashy way, more like inherited taste than purchased status. This is what old money smells like, not perfumed, but well-lived. 2. The philosophy behind the fragrance. Women who embody this quiet elegance don't treat perfume as a last-minute addition. It's not the thing they put on after getting dressed. It's part of who they are. They don't shop for fragrance like fast fashion. They take their time. They test. They observe. They commit. For them, fragrance is personal, almost intimate. It's not worn for the world. It's worn for them, and for the few who get close enough to notice. This woman doesn't own 15 bottles of perfume. She has 1 or 2, and they've been with her for years, maybe decades. She applies it lightly, pulse points only. Wrists, behind the ears, base of the neck. Never sprayed into the air, never on clothing. She might layer with matching lotion or soap, but never to overwhelm. Fragrance is never about volume, it's about harmony. And perhaps most importantly, she doesn't switch her scent every season. She lets the scent evolve with her. It becomes part of her story. 3. Notes that whisper wealth. The old money olfactory palette. There's a clear pattern in the notes chosen by elegant women who embrace the old money aesthetic. They're not trying to smell pretty, they're trying to smell timeless. Here are the classic notes that make up the old money palette. Vetiver, grounding, earthy, green. Masculine leaning, but completely wearable. Sandalwood, smooth, creamy, spiritual. Feels like calm confidence. Iris, powdery, cool, aristocratic. Feels elegant, not emotional. Oak moss, wet stone and greenery. Like a walk through a forest estate. Ambergris or musk, deep, animalic, quietly sensual, never sweet. Citrus, especially bergamot and neroli, clean, crisp, often used as top notes. Evoke structure and refinement. Leather or tobacco. If used, they are dry, minimal, and mature. These scents tend to be more reserved than romantic. They evolve slowly on the skin. They don't give everything away in the first hour, just like the women who wear them. 4. The signature scent, more than a bottle. While some people collect perfumes, old money women collect memories. They don't hop from one trend to the next. Instead, they find something that resonates, and they stick with it. It becomes part of them. You might smell something classic like Chanel No. 5, but worn in a completely unpretentious way. Or Guerlain Vetiver, typically marketed to men, but elegant women often claim it as their own. Perhaps something from Acqua di Parma with its refined citrus structure. Or a niche fragrance that most people have never heard of, but that's the point. Their scent doesn't need to be recognized, it only needs to be remembered. More often than not, these scents don't shout perfume. They smell like someone, like her. You might not know the brand, but you'll never forget the feeling. 5. How to smell expensive without a luxury budget, extended. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on a perfume to smell refined. Smelling expensive is not really about price. It's about taste, self-awareness, and subtlety. The truth is, most women who carry that old money elegance aren't chasing the most exclusive bottle. They're choosing with intention. They know what suits their skin, their lifestyle, their personality, and they prioritize quality over popularity, always. Start by simplifying your approach. Don't buy 5 trendy perfumes because they went viral. Instead, invest in one well-made scent with good ingredients and staying power. Look beyond the flashy bottles. In fact, the simpler the packaging, the more likely the fragrance speaks for itself. Consider fragrance oils or solid perfumes. They last longer on the skin and stay closer to your body, creating intimacy rather than projection. They're also less likely to clash with others' senses in public spaces, which is something truly elegant people consider. Explore niche or heritage brands, places where artistry still matters. A small European house or a perfumer-owned brand will often give you a better scent experience than a mass-produced designer bottle. Look for perfumes that emphasize natural notes, like woods, herbs, or resins, and avoid overly synthetic sweetness or loud florals. Think about layering. A simple, unscented moisturizer before applying your perfume helps the scent stay longer and evolve gently. And if you find a matching body cream or oil from the same fragrance line, even better. Now your scent becomes part of your skin, not something floating on top of it. Finally, wear your scent consistently. When people associate a particular smell with you, it becomes your signature. They won't say, "What are you wearing?" They'll say, "You always smell amazing." Smelling expensive is not about shocking the senses. It's about leaving a quiet impression that lasts. And that doesn't require wealth. It requires refinement. 6. Building a fragrance identity, more than just a scent, extended. Fragrance is one of the most intimate parts of your identity. Unlike clothes or makeup, it isn't seen. It's felt. It travels with you. It lingers in a room after you've left. It becomes part of how people remember you, long after the conversation ends. That's why choosing a fragrance shouldn't be impulsive. It should feel like discovering a missing piece of yourself. Take time to explore. Visit small perfume boutiques if you can. Try samples at home. Don't rush into wearing something just because it smells nice on the card. Live with it. Let it sit on your skin through a full day. See how it behaves on you, not just in the bottle. A well-chosen fragrance becomes more than a cosmetic. It becomes biographical. People will remember the way you smelled at a special dinner, or on the day you signed that deal, or hugged them goodbye. Over time, your scent will carry your story, your moods, your phases, your growth. Avoid changing perfumes constantly. Too many changes create confusion, both for you and for others. Consistency in scent helps people build an emotional connection to your presence. It's not about being predictable, it's about being recognizable. Your fragrance doesn't need to define you in every room, but in the rooms that matter, it should represent who you are. When chosen with care, your scent becomes your silent language, and when you truly wear it as your own, it becomes part of your presence, even your legacy.